you can only watch it for the first time once. It'll be interesting to see what we catch and what we don't.
Did you ever play the video game Mass Effect?
This is where Babylon 5 is becoming Babylon 5.
That was great. I love that.
100% completely accurate, definitive ranking of Babylon 5.
I love it so much.
We're officially into it, Jeff.
The year is 2025. The name of the podcast, Babylon 5, for the second time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the second time. My name is Brent Allen.
And I'm Jeff Akin. Brent and I used to be Star Trek podcasters, and then we watched Babylon 5 for the first time, and, well, everything changed. Now, we're watching this incredible series for the second time, catching all of this stuff. There's no way we could have possibly caught the first time around.
But don't worry, folks. We are still searching for those sci-fi messages that we find in the series. We're asking what this episode is trying to tell us. Is it holding up a mirror to society, giving us hope that things can be better in the future? Is it just telling us how to be better human beings to one another? And we're trying, Jeff, to see if there's any new messages this time around that we missed the first time around. And you know why that is? Because this is not our first time watching this show. This is our second time, which means from this point forward, everything is fair game. Anything from any point in the franchise, we can talk about it, whether it's part of the show, outside of the show. It doesn't matter. There are no spoiler rules to this show whatsoever. So if you have never seen this incredible series for the first time, please stop this video right here, right now. I would never ask you to do that under any other circumstance. Stop the video right here, right now. Go back and join our first watch. Get your first watch in. And when you're done with that, join us for the second watch, because I promise you, you're going to want to watch it for a second time.
This week, Brent, we're watching the episode All Alone in the Night for the second time. Do you remember what you thought about this episode the first time we watched it?
No. Here's what I remember.
Okay.
All right. I remember that after Gropos, season 2 took off, and we are now after Gropos. So I must have liked this episode. That's what I remember. But if you ask me, hey, what happened in All Alone in the Night? I got nothing for you.
Wow.
Nothing at all. Could not tell you one little thing. I don't remember outside of I must have liked it because it was after Gropos. How about you?
I loved this episode. I remember we got so into it. There's this like dreamlike scene with Sheridan, and we just got all, let's dive in.
It's the Deep Space Nine Ben Sisko meeting with the prophets scene is what it is.
It is. And we got so into it. It was great. We got pre-Talon. There was so much in this episode that I just thought was fantastic. I remember absolutely loving it.
You know, Jeff, the only reason why I can tell you that what I just said is because I went back and actually listened to our original episode and refreshed myself on what this particular episode was about. Would you care to know what I actually thought about it the first time? Because you know fully what you thought the first time.
It seemed to, unless you have other news. Yeah. What did we think?
Along with you, I also really loved this episode. I thought this episode hit it out of the park. Loved it. You said, Jeff, during the course of the episode, you didn't care about the shadow stuff. In fact, you doubled down because you'd actually mentioned this in a couple episodes earlier. You said, I don't care about the shadow stuff anymore. I want the Earth stuff, the Earth conflict. Wow. That's what you wanted, and you loved it because that's what this episode was all about, was the Earth conflict.
You know, that makes so much sense why I was so disappointed in Endgame when we got there. I was so invested in the Earth storyline that I guess I wanted the big bang, the big wham that the shadow storyline was all along. That makes a lot of sense.
So, it turns out that the shadow stuff was Mordor. The Earth stuff was Isengard. You know, like both they're it's a thing. One's clearly the climax and the big push. The other one is the secondary mopping up, right? Yeah. You said you didn't think we would see the Stribe again. Did we ever see the Stribe again?
Nope.
I think we did.
We saw what we thought.
We did. It was like a flash of them or something.
We saw like shadow version.
Did we ever decide if the Stribe are part of the minions of the shadows?
We operated on that assumption, but it's one thing I'm actually really looking forward to when we get into those episodes to see what JMS says about that.
You did think apparently there's some head device in this particular episode. You thought we would see the head device again.
I don't remember that.
Apparently we didn't see it ever again. You guffawed, Jeff. You had your mind blown at all of a sudden. There's 3 cast in Minbari Society. And I was like, yeah, Jeff, because several episodes earlier, I was like, Jeff, I had some stuff spoiled with, like, it's not really a major spoiler, but I found some stuff out. And I gave you the choice if you wanted me to tell you or not. And you said no. And this was the thing that I was like, right. I know that there's 3 caste in Minbari Society. There's a worker, a warrior, and the religious caste. So I'm glad you said no, because I really needed the marking of when did we as a viewing audience first get to know, not when JMS said it on the interwebs or anything like that, but when did the show first tell us? So you also had a theory, Jeff. We both had theories in this one. You had a theory that General Haig, or Guy General Haig, was a bad guy.
Oh,
probably because he's played by Robert Foxworth.
It doesn't help his case at all.
I said no. I said absolutely not. Haig is our like guidepost. And here's what I said. I said he's our General Hammond. You had no idea.
No clue.
No idea. No idea.
It's a high bar, by the way. That's a very high watermark.
And hey, listen, let's look at him and go, is he General Hammond level as we go through this? Is he that kind of a guidepost, right? I really liked the episode. I said that I was really eager for answers, and this one left me just not on a cliffhanger. I didn't think this was going to be a cliffhanger, but it didn't answer the questions I wanted it to answer, but it answered a lot of other questions. So I was kind of upset, but I was also really happy and satisfied with this episode, which I think is how you're supposed to be about this point of any story.
Yeah, that's how you are through a lot of the episodes.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Right. Which that's a mark of great writing. Mm-hmm. I also believe, Jeff, now correct me if I'm wrong, this is in our notes. Isn't it from this point forward, Council Chamber? Hello to our Council Chambers who's joining us live for the recording. You might hear us reference them every once in a while here. Council Chambers, correct me if I'm wrong. Outside of that one anomalous episode in season 5, this is where JMS takes over full-time writing duties of Babylon 5. I believe. I think this is it. From this point forward, he is the writer of every single episode. I think
you're right.
They're going to, in 3, 2, there it is. Oh, nope. Andrew, dude, he said hello. No, that's a yes or no. This is a yes or no answer. Not yet. Okay. 2 more non-JM episodes this season. All right, fair enough. You guys let us know when we get there. I said that this was my crew. Looking at the Sheridan, Franklin, Ivanova, Garibaldi, like this is my crew.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I said I don't need this crew holding back secrets from us anymore, because there's apparently like a spot where they get right up to telling us and then they cut.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't need them holding back secrets. This crew needs to tell me what's happening. I need to know what they know. I loved the idea that Sheridan, I don't know if you remember this little tidbit, Jeff. I hope you do, because it made such an impact on the rest of the series. Sheridan was a plant for President Santiago.
Okay.
Yeah. He was planted on Babylon 5. And he's been that the whole time, and he's known it. He's been part of the conspiracy thing that wasn't really conspiracy, I guess.
I remember that now that you say it, and it was like meant to make it Clark think he was doing a thing or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I don't know that anyone needed a reminder, because that was such a bell, the toll from that just rung through the entire series. Clearly.
Right? Absolutely. I had a theory, Jeff. Oh, let me back this up. I had a question about Sinclair. I asked if Sinclair was also going to be Minbari, because he kind of took over Sinclair's role. He took over his storyline. So is Sheridan also going to be Minbari? And you pointed out a really astute observation. I thought that's going to put a whole new twist on the whole Star Killer thing with Sheridan.
Ooh, that would.
Yeah, that would have been. Obviously, we know at this point Sheridan is not Minbari, part Minbari, or even of Valen's bloodline, at least as far as we know. I suppose JMS could write that into this thing at any point, but that would kind of make it a little weird for David and different things, I would think,
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Minbari, I was not okay with what was happening to the Minbari, to their society, where they're reweighting the Grey Council. Mm-hmm. And how the society seems to be going down the tubes, because they're supposed to be our shining example, Jeff.
Right? We thought
they're what humans should aspire to be, right?
Little we knew.
They're actually like what the Vulcans should have been if the Vulcans didn't turn out to be jerks, but turns out the Minbari are just jerks as well. So.
Weird how those weird how those races, those species who we hold on high really have their own development to do. Maybe there's a message in there somewhere.
Maybe. We get a one-off character that we meet. I think he's one of Garibaldi's men, if I remember correctly. I think he's played by one of the Mortal Kombat folks. Ramirez.
Okay.
Is his name. And you and I both said, like, I will trade you a Kefir for a Ramirez. We really wanted him to stay, not knowing it was going to be his only episode. And we kind of thought it might be, but we weren't sure.
Is this the guy that they're betting the Dodger game or whatever with? Or is that a different episode?
I think that's a different episode. No, I think this is the one. I think he's just one of Garibaldi's guys. He is of Asian descent. I remember that. And I'm almost positive he was the guy in that Stargate episode where they went to ancient Mongol China and stuff. Yeah. And he was like the chief of the bad guys. I think it's that same actor. And I wish I should know his name. He's super familiar.
So much. For some reason, I thought he was in Convictions way down the line, but
you might be right. I could be. We didn't exactly spell it out. I'm just trying to remember what it is. But let's look for Ramirez.
Nia's saying that I'm right in the Council Chambers chat that in Convictions season 3, the guy in the bomb episode, that's who I'm thinking. You're thinking of, and then
so we'll have to find out who Ramirez is, because you and I loved this guy and wanted him to be around for a very long time. We said we would trade a Kefir and a Natoth to keep Ramirez.
A season 2 to Natoth, right? Like, let's be clear.
Well, yeah, because you're also like, we've only seen her in one episode this season. Where's Natoth? We had no idea where Natoth is. Turns out we now know Natoth is in a Centauri jail cell.
Not yet.
Or she's battling something somewhere for right now. We don't know if she's caught yet or not. All right, I had a theory.
Okay.
I had a theory because the Stribe come in, they do the things with they do the claw thing with their ship, and they go up, and there's all sorts of stuff happening. My theory was this: the shadows, the nature of the shadows, what the shadows really were, was not this organic alien species, but that the shadows were alien tech. Were the organic tech. That's what the shadows were. It's the organic tech, I guess, gone amok. Mm-hmm. And that's what the big war is going to be. So I'm going to call myself, I was 3/4 of the way right on that one. You and I both agreed in this that the Narn Centauri War was just the appetizer for what we were going to get later. Mm-hmm. Nailed that. Saw it coming. But then we said we would do something, Jeff, and we never did it.
Oh, no.
We failed. We said we're going to commit to doing this. I committed us to doing this, actually. And then we moved on. So I'm going to recommit us to doing this.
Yeah.
With full awareness, we may just move on and this will not actually happen. But what we were going to do was we were going to take the video of the vision, of Sheridan's vision, and we were going to do a full, like, shot by shot, scene by scene breakdown of that thing and really look at it and see what's going on with that deal.
Have I got some good news for you, my friend?
Oh, no. Tell me.
Just wait till I get to do my part of this.
Awesome. Jeff, that's all the stuff that I found that we had said. We had a great conversation. Really just basically we just loved the episode. So this was cool. That was cool. This was cool. That was cool. What did JMS say? Did he love this episode too?
He really did. There's a lot in this one. And a lot of this I'm going to save for during the episode itself, including breaking down that little vision sequence, because Brent, I have from JMS's mouth, the maker's mouth himself.
Okay.
What all the stuff meant in that vision. And so we'll break it down after we watch it.
Great.
But he says, in a way, talking about the dream, in a way, there are several Sheridans in that dream, signifying changes currently in the works, changes yet to come, messages forthcoming or unrecognized. It's a very reflective dream, which will grow clearer the deeper one gets into the show. You'll see at least one piece of Sheridan's vision decoded before this season's end.
Okay.
Remember Sheridan in A Distant Star saying that he was feeling beached and abandoned? His unsureness in taking on this post. What if it was a mistake? A number of his actions come into a clearer light once you know he was, in essence, checking everybody out and putting on a hard, I'm a nice guy kind of attitude on purpose. This is a really Sheridan-centric show. One of the themes in this show overall is how you face life and how you face death. Ramirez, our guy, faced his honorably. In the end, honor and dignity are all we have. Found this to be kind of interesting. Kosh's voice starting to carry some emotion. He says, starting right around All Alone in the Night, or maybe one before, maybe one after, the memory fades, I took on the job of directing the voice sessions for Kosh. He was moving from a neutral delivery to things that had to carry specific emotions and implications for the future. Nobody else knows what all that stuff means or what it is, so it naturally fell to me. Me being JMS. It'd be weird if I was doing that back then. This I found so fascinating in so many ways. There's all these phrases that we use as part of the fandom, and we're just like, oh, that's a thing, right? That's a thing.
Okay.
I love the origin stories for him. He says, this episode was meant to be an all-American, toe-to-toe, beat-em-up sort of thing, lulling the audience into this false sense. And then big stuff creeps up and hits you like a 2x4. That's where the wham episode thing comes from. Getting a wham to the back of the head from a 2x4. There's stuff Brent will bring up during the episode itself. So what do you say we start watching that episode?
I say, let's do it!
It's going to happen right now. For those of you joining us for the first time specifically, thank you for being here. Oh, pause. So what's going to happen now, especially if you're joining us for the first time, and if you are, welcome. We're really excited that you're here, but we're not going to just start talking about this episode. We didn't watch it a couple of minutes ago and we're coming together to discuss it. No, Brent's going to pull it up right here and we're going to watch it together with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, you're going to see the cut up kind of edited version of that, kind of the reaction video sort of a thing. If you want to see the full, the unedited version of that, we post those over on our Patreon page, and that's at patreon.com/Babylon5first, the number 5 and the word first.
And if you guys are catching up with us on an audio podcasting platform out there somewhere, hello, welcome to you. You guys are not forgotten. We have remembered you. Listen, don't worry. You're going to catch the audio of us going through that. We promise it's going to make sense to you. You know the episode in your head well enough. You'll know exactly what's happening. We want you guys to be in on that conversation, but you're also going to catch the full conversation on the back end of the episode where Jeff and I break down any new messages or any of that fun stuff that we have found. So, Jeff, let's watch an episode.
Let's do it.
Accessing file.
Now that we have a new leader in place, they wish to see me and discuss my...
Stand by. We'll be right back. Are you ready to take your Babylon 5 for the first time experience to the next level? With our exclusive Patreon, you'll get access to all kinds of cool stuff that you can only find there. Our recording notes, unedited reaction videos, an exclusive Discord community. And you can even be listed as a producer of the show. Plus, we even offer exclusive meet and greets and hangouts. You won't find this kind of experience anywhere else. Get all these amazing benefits, plus the opportunity to interact with other fans from around the world. It's being part of a huge community where everyone shares the same appreciation for Babylon 5. Subscribe at patreon.com/Babylon5first. That's the number 5 and the word first to get access to these incredible benefits. That's patreon.com/Babylon5first. We can't wait to see you there.
Status.
She just got called to the principal's office.
Pretty much.
Into the boss. Hey, come see me after your shift.
Whether I should be allowed to continue as a member of the council or be removed.
Why would they do that?
Look at me, Lanier.
Did you see the thing I
Being
did?
asked to serve on the council is a matter of soul, not of flesh. The change that you've gone through, it shouldn't matter.
It does, Lanier.
It should matter in a
I
big
made
way.
the decision.
And I think it
Now I
does.
must face the consequences. I feel very much alone.
In the night.
Uh-huh.
Never alone, Dylan. Never alone.
The last two ships that came through Sector 9.
He is a good guy, isn't he?
He is.
Sightings.
Description?
Not much to go on. A bright light, turbulence. We've also had reports of at least one transport disappearing off the screens in that area.
I'll go.
I don't think you should do that, sir.
This isn't a clear and present danger, Commander. It's just a quick look around to see what the problem is. I haven't felt space beneath me since I got here in January, and I miss it.
Have you ever
Besides, when I
felt
put
space
some flight time
beneath
in
you?
soon, I'm going to lose my flight pay.
Very
That's
well.
I
Take
remember
a
that
full
when we
escort.
learned that piece, the flight pay thing.
All right. I'll be in and out in an hour. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Marshall Teague, credited in this episode as the Narn.
The Narn.
Have I mentioned recently how much I appreciate you, Lanier?
Not really. But it will give us something to discuss on our trip.
Okay, there's a scene coming up later. That interaction right there is foundational to the whole thing.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to say this right now. That is the moment right there. Lanier got friend zoned.
I pulled together your escort, Captain.
That's the
You'll meet you
moment.
in front of
Uh-huh,
A9
like,
in half an hour.
He will never get out of that
Anything
zone.
else?
Yes, sir. We received word from General Haig's office that he'll be arriving earlier than he had thought. ETA 1800 hours.
See you when I get back.
I love how excited he is right now. And then, like, oh no.
Man, I say you're full of it. The Dodgers will never.
This is the Dodgers guy.
They'll be lucky
Yes.
if they make it to the playoffs without
Oh,
embarrassing
this guy. That's
themselves.
Ramirez. Okay.
Your diagnosis, doctor?
Well, the patient is confused, delusional, unable to separate his natural sense of loyalty for his home team from the reality that they stink. Helen Keller could bat better than any one of them.
You want to put your money where your mouth
We had a
is?
lot of comments about the Helen Keller reference.
Bet we did.
Mars
It was a
is
different
sweat.
time.
4-zip.
You're on.
I imagine on our first watch, I was like, stupid Franklin. Who does he think he is treating somebody like that and saying those things?
Commander, finishing
You weren't, but you might have been that internally.
ready for launch.
You're clear for drop.
Watch him now, I was
Happy
like,
hunting.
I like that guy.
I will wait, and I will pray for you, if you would not consider it presumptuous.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, have a seat over here on the floor.
Until later, Satai Delan.
Okay, stop.
Survey 1 to survey 2 and 4.
So episode 2, episode 3 of this whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan looks at him and says, don't call me that name. Don't say that. Specifically, don't say that here.
Yeah,
Right? Presumably, he has not called her that since.
right.
There may have been some private interaction in the quarters or something, but I kind of doubt it. This is the first time he's called her that since that. That's a significant thing on his part to say to her. Like, for how he's building her up. Like, he is her, like, hype man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, I am here. And he, like, what I love about that is she's questioning whether or not she's going to get to stay on the Grey Council, right? He's reminding her, hey,
This is where you are.
you're on the Grey Council. That's who you are right now, Satai. I love that. I love that.
I rolled it back because I want you to listen to his voice as he says it, because I think it proves your point. There are a lot of layers of emotion in how this line is read.
Satai Delan.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But he also, like, it's a she starts walking away. He like calls after her while she's already down the hallway a
Yeah.
little bit.
Spectral analysis,
You know.
radiation, all looks normal.
it's like, yeah, that's great. We'll see you later.
No sign of debris.
I love you. Do you want to go out sometime? Oh, you already left.
Task, Captain.
No, I guess not. There's nothing much to see. The hell?
Uh-oh.
Evasive action. Evasive action.
What kind of ship is that, Jeff?
That's the stride. Look
That
at
is
that.
the stride.
It's got like a big old nasty
It
mouth
looks
on it.
very organic.
Engines in critical. Ejecting.
I remember the ejection sequence. I don't think we see it again after this. That's a great way to do an ejection pod. Because what you and I would see is just they shoot the tear up out of
Exactly.
the cockpit. Without the captain. Just shot the whole damn cockpit out.
Yeah, I think this looks evil. It's like a living doomsday machine. God, Ramirez in the heat of battle. No, we got to go do this.
Captain!
The one left alive to tell the story. They're going to die.
How long until the radiation
Painfully.
reaches terminal levels?
But seriously, why wasn't this Keffer? Where was the actor? Why
Communication
you brought
system?
him in for this specific reason?
But I tell you what, between the acting and the writing, they did such a good job because, like, we're emotionally invested in this guy, and we just
We have to
met him.
head back. Tell him
Yeah.
what happened. It's the captain's only chance. Redirect maximum possible energy from life support to system controls.
You know, it does make me wonder what would have happened.
Except for jump gate C.
What would have happened if JMS hadn't been so opposed to Keffer?
Yeah.
If JMS would have embraced him and rather than just do everything he can to jettison him from the show, like he could have there would have been some more opportunities for him to be used in a really significant way, even if he still met the same fate at the same time.
Yeah.
the same end, you know. He could have been used a lot more. You almost kind of got to feel bad for the actor as well.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
You know, but also the actor got paid for his time, although probably not that much.
Yeah.
You know, his residuals for the episodes are probably, those checks probably aren't rolling in, I would
Right.
imagine.
With the exception of like one, he's not in any real bangers. Like,
Right.
well, maybe a couple.
Point start.
But yeah, Ramirez, he's a hero. I mean, this is
Sheridan. I mean, Garibaldi, this happens to Garibaldi in a couple seasons too.
pretty much, except it's Psychor that does it to him.
It's true, but still. We commented on the gooey, everything here, like the gooey blanket, everything feels very organic-y here.
Yep, and just gross.
Hey, anybody
slimy.
here?
Shut up.
My name is John Sheridan, Captain, Earth Force.
That's not the thing you wanted to see come out of the ceiling.
John Sheridan.
No.
Captain, Earth Force.
He's a little creeped out.
Yeah. I feel like you just turn your head and take it to the side. Like, you're not getting in my eyes or my mouth.
I'm entitled to a hearing. I'm allowed to defend myself.
That was before you disobeyed us. You were told to wait before taking this action, before becoming alien to us.
So we took a lot of umbrage with this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And frankly, I still do.
I'm taking it right now also. Yeah.
Right. We made a great point. Like, she was given the Triluminary.
By this guy.
The whole thing there is, here it is, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Her whole impression, I did this with the blessing of my government.
Yeah.
Which meant this guy.
And now you're rescinding that and just hitting me upside the head with this? Come on now.
Suzanne with a good call out. It's Ethan Rain. You'll know who that is.
Your contact with the humans has changed more than your appearance. The Council has voted to remove you from our presence. From this day forth, you are no longer a member of the Grey Council. No longer Seti. I'm sorry, Dylan.
I like that mix of like sadness and righteous indignation and anger.
Babylon 5.
Right.
My position as ambassador is separate from my role as Seti.
We are still debating this. It is your right to make a statement before the 9, if that is your wish.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah, you're not going to want to see the 9. No, you
Who
don't.
was chosen to replace me?
You don't want to know.
I will convene the 9. When we are ready, you will be summoned.
Oh, I've been corrected by the council chambers. Thank you. This is a warrior cast guy. We had a religious cast guy.
Don't know word
before.
from Captain Sheridan.
We can't
Sorry,
raise any of them.
Minbari all look the same to me.
One ship. You could at least tell me what you want.
Can I, though?
Oh, this brain device thing.
Yes, Jeff, that is a Drazi. You weren't sure. First time around.
Looks like a Tusken Raider.
It does. It's truth. The thing even looks like a keeper on some level. I'm going with the Striver part of the Shadow group.
Yep.
Oh.
And they're testing out some technology they put together.
Yeah.
I love that he's got this sword.
So is this actually Talon,
Yeah.
or is it just Marshall T playing a Narn, and he'll come back later and do
When we get actual Talon, he sits down, has some orange juice, and they talk about this moment.
Kill me! No!
Ramirez, don't try to talk. You're going to be all right, okay?
I guess I won't collect the 30 credit.
Love him. All the way to the end.
Ramirez! Ramirez! Don't you do this to me! Damn it! Did all you could. Come on, he...
I heard. We finished going over the data record from his Starfury.
I get it. There's no reason for Franklin to have not done this work, but this is what it looks like when you have a conflict of interest in a medical setting.
Came from or where it's going.
Oh, Delenn, you're going to regret this request. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Also, she kind of needed to know.
I stood beside you as one of the 9. I called many of you friends. And now you call me outcast.
And we call you a lot of other stuff, too.
You know I believe in the task that is before us. The great war that is coming. I have not turned my back on you. In trying to help, I have sacrificed all that I was and all that I am.
I hate to interrupt Delenn, but Delenn in the council chambers gives us a different lens to listen to Naroon's speech through. I'm really eager to do this.
Okay.
So just read that, and then we'll talk about it on the other side of it.
You say prophecy tells us a great war is coming. Should not the warrior caste lead against it?
The warrior caste cannot be allowed to set policy.
Have you done any better? I was inducted into this circle. I was finally told the reason we were ordered to surrender. I didn't know whether to laugh or weep. If we had been told the truth then, we never would have surrendered.
You do not understand.
I understand that before me is a creature I do not recognize. 1 foot in 2.
I'm sorry to interrupt this speech, and I want to go back because we want to listen to this whole speech. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But his phrase there, if we had been told the truth, we never would have surrendered. I think that requires and begs a lot of examination.
Yeah.
What does that mean about the Minbar? The whole reason they stopped was because Minbari do not kill Minbari, right?
Mm-hmm.
there is something that echoes back to Valen here with, he's a child of Valen because that's what the Triluminary is supposed to say, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he would have gladly just gone on and obliterated them anyway. The fact that he would know, at least according to, I'm not saying that all of Minbari is religious and believes the way the religious caste does, but in general, you kind of feel like there's at least some of those ideas, right? Souls are reborn, whatnot. That souls are being reborn into humans. Either the idea that Minbari don't kill Minbari has no meaning to you whatsoever and you don't care, or you just don't believe. You just I hear you saying that and we're not going to accept that as truth. And you're turning a blind eye to evidence that is clearly right in front of you. I don't know. That strikes me as so interesting there, Jeff.
I think that we see throughout the series that the warrior caste would totally harm other Minbari if it weren't for this societal stricture put in place. What I think happened was Valen showed up, right? And the Minbari were fractured. They weren't great. He brought them together to prepare them for this time. He set the whole Minbari don't hurt Minbari thing. And then it was just kind of like held in this almost abeyance for a long time by the balance of the council. In the last couple of years, we've seen, and in the beginning, that everything that Valen said is starting to lose a lot of its luster with most everyone, except for like the bigger names in the religious caste. They're just like, yeah, this whole Ranger thing, this whole Anla'Shok thing is kind of a joke. I don't think this is... And they're slowly cutting it up. When Sinclair comes in and takes on the role of Ranger 1, Naroon specifically is like, no, you got to do this stuff. Or I'm going to rub your face in these traditions. I don't believe in them, but I'm going to rub your face in them. Like they weaponized it. And so I think what he's saying here is if we had a choice in the matter, who cares? Who cares? They're Earthers. You have this mumbo jumbo that says they have a soul, and this other mumbo jumbo that says that we don't hurt other men. No, we're gonna finish this off. Yeah, I don't think they believe at all. They being a very general statement, right? But
right. But how does that change? How does that undermine everything about how they've set up their society as a whole, but also how the warrior caste operates, their own rules that they operate by? Like it feels like I hesitate to use the word slippery slope, but it feels like this is a really slippery slope toward just abandoning everything that you've held as true as a society and as a caste.
We see that happening though later on in the series when the Civil War occurs in those two episodes. But we see a lot of that pop up. Everything that we've been taught, we warriors have been like, no, this is garbage. The only reason we're holding our end of the bargain is because this is the tripod that our entire society is built on. But the first opportunity we get, we're burning this mother down.
Yeah, and our guys over in the council chambers, Ron over here says, warrior caste kills a lot of people, a lot of religions during the Civil War. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Ben is taking the side that basically he would have just said, yeah, we don't believe you, and just killed him anyway.
Yep.
That's kind of where he's going with that. So Delenn also mentioned everything Naroon says is right up until we would have killed them anyway.
Yeah.
Like it all tracks,
Makes sense.
So anyway, let's go back. Did you wind this back just a little bit? Because I want to make sure we're capturing this entire speech.
Yeah, I want to get this here. And specifically, I want to put the lens in place that Delenn did for us.
Okay.
We're going to hear this speech, and this speech was written in terms of Delenn being part Minbari, part human.
Okay.
Delenn, who we know and love, is hearing this through the lens of he's talking about people that are trans and the trans experience. And so it's a fascinating lens. I'm going to listen to it. I know I didn't the first time around.
Yeah. And just for this, Jeff, you and I have this role. I don't know if you fully adopted it, but you've followed it at least as long as you and I have been together, is we do our best not to comment.
Right.
Or make declarations about things that you and I have no experience with, and being trans is not one of those things.
Right.
So this is where just wanting to point out for Delenn, this is what she has experience with. Yeah. This is her saying this is her experience. And we would all do better if we would shut up and just listen to other people tell their stories.
Yeah. On that,
of what their experiences are.
I've shared the story here before, but one of my good friends, Anthony, who's trans, we had a great conversation. And when he got done telling me everything, I was just like, that's great, man. I'm super happy that you're happy and feeling good. I just don't understand. And he looks at me and he's like, yeah, because you're not trans.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that makes so much sense. And so now I listen, learn, and allow others to have the experience. So,
All right, let's do this.
1 foot in 2 worlds. You are an affront to the purity of our race. You have no home with either of us. So please, act out your fantasy. Be our go-between. Return to Babylon 5 and stay there.
so much vitriol in that.
That's so ugly, right?
Here in the council chambers chat said Naroon is basically the comments in a Facebook post.
Is the title end?
Only till end from now on. Very soon now, I will be going into darkness and fire. I do not know if I'm fated to walk out again. If it is your choice to come with me, then I could not wish for a better, a braver companion.
Yeah. Oh man, it just keeps stacking up. I remember watching this the first time and thinking, like, what a great mentor.
It's popped out of
Great
hyperspace
support.
twice more, long enough to attack ships from 2 different species. It's almost as if it's collecting specimens.
Well, that helps.
The Agamemnon, the captain's old ship.
I thought they might be interested in lending a hand. She's the fastest thing in the area. If she can't catch that ship, nobody can. Well, we've got the power. All we need now is the target.
The times that we see the Agamemnon pop up.
It's
kind of interesting.
Are you saying that because you know something you're going to be pointing out to me here in a minute, or is that just an observation Jeff is making?
Just an observation. Like later on, like during the Civil War, when it shows up, and we just keep waiting for it to be like, oh, it's a trap. Okay, here we go.
Do you know who I am?
The man in between is searching for you.
The man in between. Is that Lorien?
Just watch right now. Okay, I'll roll it back.
You are the hand.
Why are you here?
We were never away. For the first time, your mind is quiet enough to hear me.
Why am I here?
You have always been here.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it back, and then.
Okay, what is the thing on his neck? He talks about that in the first episode. Talon sitting there when we get to the end of this.
The little crash
He's got
pad
this
thing
on his neck. We're like, what is that thing? Ivano's makeup is great.
Do you know who I am?
With the Raven.
So, and also, this is from the maker's mouth himself. This isn't me making stuff up.
Okay.
Ivanova with a crow raven on her shoulder. In Norse mythology, these birds bring news. This was setting her up as the voice of the resistance. Her "Do you know who I am?" had to do with her being a latent telepath.
So real quick, when is JMS saying all this? Do we know? Does it have any reference to when he, like, I assume this is after the show was done and had aired.
So I got this out of the script books, which were published after everything went. I don't know when he made all the commentary in it or not, though.
Okay. You're talking that you got it. It wasn't in the script. It was like in the little blurb that he writes before each one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Finally, those things are coming in handy. Thanks. Was it Andrew?
It was
who gave
Andrew,
that to us?
yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. He turns into a red light. That has to be significant.
Look at that face. Okay, Sheridan looking down at himself, looking up at himself. This scene is mirrored in Sleeping in Light, and he walks into this same corridor, and we see the exact same scene play out then that we're seeing now.
No. Did you go look?
I haven't. No, I don't want to watch that episode again. And then here, coming up into this, Sheridan wearing the Psychor badge.
Okay.
This is meant to kind of telegraph him using telepaths as weapons in season 4, doing the same thing that Psychor does to them.
Okay.
Basically saying, you are the same thing.
The man in between is searching for you.
Why does Garibaldi have a dove on his shoulder?
Oh, that's the last thing I'm gonna share after everything, because it's intense. Like,
okay,
that's the mind blowing thing I think in this.
Okay.
So the man in between is searching for you. He says a little bit of it is Justin, but really it's Sheridan himself. When he's with Lorien, he points out that Sheridan is in between the ticks and the talks. The Sheridan he will become is looking for him and is waiting for him.
So who is the Sheridan that's up in the rafters looking down? Is that the Sheridan who he will become?
That's the Sheridan who will use telepaths as a weapon.
Okay.
You are the hand.
He just said that is pretty self-explanatory. I'm like, I vehemently disagree, Mr. Straczynski. That is not self-explanatory at all.
Why are you here?
We were never away. For the first time, your mind is quiet enough.
What does Kosh have in the upper right-hand corner of his little thing?
You have always been here.
So this is kind of nuts, I think.
Okay.
You have always been here as a comment on quantum physics and the fact that all Sheridans are equally real at the same time.
Okay.
So that's the vision. Now the big thing. Why did Garibaldi have a dove on his shoulder?
Hold on.
Okay.
You're not going to get away from a quantum physics comment.
With you.
Because the thing is quantum physics has to deal with your atoms. And what he's saying is that all these different Sheridans, collections of atoms, all exist at the same time, which in a quantum realm, there's a weird theory out there right now that whatever, but that there's only actually one electron in the entire universe.
I've heard a little bit about this.
It's literally everywhere all at once
Mm-hmm.
is the idea. And it like in quantum, I'm not going to dive into it, but there's an argument for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that these different Sheridans represent different aspects of his being and his personality, because we are integrated beings as humans.
Mm-hmm.
We are integrated beings. You're not just one thing,
right? We're billions,
this
trillions.
and that and this and that, and you wear all these different hats. You have all these different sides to your personality. You are the amalgamation of all of these things, and you're integrated. It's not separate, right? Because a comment like that of all of these Sheridans all exist at the same time feels more philosophical and metaphysical than it does atomic and quantum. So I don't know. I'm probably way overthinking this moment right now, but okay.
My guess is that in 1995, this is what quantum physics kind of understood.
Okay.
Maybe.
Fair.
I don't know.
Sure. Maybe. I don't know the history of when this stuff came up. I'm not super familiar with that all the time, but okay. Garibaldi and the Dove. Let's get there.
JMS liked the idea of Jerry Doyle having to stand around all day with a bird on his shoulder.
No.
It's literally the only reason.
It means nothing. It was just a thing against Jerry Doyle.
Yep. He just thought it was hilarious.
Joe, I love you.
That's a flex, man.
You're so awesome. That's so funny.
That's so, oh yeah.
It wasn't a real bird though. It was just like a little fake bird. Like,
either way, imagine having to have a
fake.
fake thing on you all day long.
The crow on Ivanova's shoulder, the raven on Ivanova's shoulder looked real. The thing on Garibaldi's shoulder looked fake as all get. It looked like a decoration in a Christmas tree, man.
Just think of the flex though of like writing the script and being like, hey, it'd be funny. Hey Joe, why'd you put this in here? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Joe, you're awesome. You're so awesome.
All right.
Can you please clip this? Let this be one of our promo clips.
It's got to be.
Like, and I want to tag Joe. Tag him and be like, Joe, I love you. Like, let that be. That's awesome. That's so good. Okay, that neck thing's weirding me out though.
Yeah.
It's like a crash thing, right?
It has to be.
It's part of his like parachute thingy or whatever. Yeah.
They're called the Stribes. Over the years, they have sent out ships to investigate defenses and acquire samples of any life forms they encountered. The last expedition was into Minbari space. We tracked them back to their homeworld and made sure they understood the depth of their mistake.
Can you give us the coordinates for their homeworld?
Of course.
I could, but it's not there anymore.
Right.
Oh, we broke the whole ship.
Feels like we just jumped back into normal space.
Maybe it's just another quick stopper. They're approaching their home world. Either way, there's not much time left.
It's a pretty gnarly looking planet. That's a good sting right when the laser hit.
Right.
All fighters fired will only acquire external targets. Confirmed.
Watch, Brent, for some lemmings coming out of the shuttle when it gets blowed.
Lemmings?
Yeah.
Like actual lemmings?
Yeah, they're going to get spaced. 4 of them.
This is our chance. Come on.
Like little rodents?
I think so.
This is Ambassador Delenn of the Minbari. If you remember our last confrontation, you will release your prisoners at once.
This is the best Delenn.
Agreed. Yeah.
Pissed off Delenn. We need more of her.
Oh, from the video game. Lemmings from the video game.
Come on. You can't die on me now. No.
Sheridan is rescuing the future head of security of Babylon. Is he? Wait, he becomes head of security, right?
Yeah.
Like a general alarm.
And he becomes No, he's just the Narn ambassador.
Yeah, that's all right. Because number 1 becomes the security person.
Yeah, that's what it is. You can see the set.
I know.
Like, oh my gosh, these guys. Okay.
I told you to wait for me.
I'm just gonna say this: the Gray 17 monster, the weird Drock monster that was all fuzzy,
yeah,
and the infection monster. And then this thing that just walked on screen.
This guy, yeah.
Out of the 4, that is by far the worst. That's the one you should have apologized for, Joe.
Right? He just literally went to the Spirit Halloween store.
That's
Put this on.
Gosh, like look at this fake looking Stargate right here.
That's bad. Yeah.
Survival pod.
Survival.
Ben says the stream costume feels like he's in the Mars 2112 restaurant in Times Square. Is that the lemmings?
Yeah. I can kind of see him. It's kind of fun.
I love her phoenix on her helmet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dude, hey. Ivanova's symbol is a phoenix, a bird that dies and rises from its own ashes. How often do we see Ivanova die, whether metaphorically or actually physically, and she rises again?
Oh, living her truth.
We see it at least once in TKO, right? There's a breaking there and she rises again. We see it in her history of stuff that happened with her mom and then her brother and that kind of stuff. But even later on, when she takes a bomb to the backside, and Marcus goes in there and he heals her up and she comes back. Like Ivanova's a phoenix, man. Ivanova's the last in jal'Zha.
Yeah, exactly.
She never dies.
Never. Ever.
Or at least she doesn't stay dead. She's Jon Snow. Sorry, did I spoil something for folks?
Those arrogant sons of... Take them down!
Dude, those Earth Force cruisers are no joke.
Does she know that Sheridan and them got out yet?
I don't think she knows yet.
3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. SOS, hold your fire! It's the captain!
She squeezed a lot of an emotional roller coaster in a tight little
lot of blood
container there.
4 broken ribs and some internal bruising, but he'll make it.
What about Ramirez?
Made it back, but we lost him. Radiation poisoning.
It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, why am I still alive and he was just a kid? It's not fair.
No, it's not.
It's not at all.
Death never is.
So there's some conversation in the chat, Brent, about the Phoenix on her helmet.
Okay.
And it was brought up that it, and I always say your name wrong, but Calinicus thought it was the double-headed eagle from the Russian coat of arms. So I looked to the internet.
Read literally the next comment after that.
It's great. It's awesome. Hard to tell. Phoenix is good too. And it is.
And then the one right after that. Sorry.
Yeah, dang it. Oh, yeah, you already got this. So, yeah, put it up.
I wasn't going to say it in the show into a microphone.
I will.
I'm just going to let it be. But you're going to dime me out.
I
all
am,
right?
totally.
All right.
It's the seal. It's the seal of the Empire of Russia. Also, Phoenix is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick with that. I like it better.
You have always been here.
He's like, mic drop, bro.
Not everyone back home buys the party line that Santiago's death was an accident.
Really?
Yeah, well, lately I've been having some real second thoughts about this myself. If Santiago's death was an assassination, we're talking about a military coup here.
Not entirely, though they probably had some support from within the military, the intelligence community, the Home Guard, but they're not the ones calling the shots.
It's Psychor, isn't it?
Probably. The trick is proving it. Now, we have to proceed very carefully back home. If we go too far, too fast, we'll be noticed. Babylon 5, on the other hand, has military, intelligence, and civilian sources to draw upon. Now, since they think you're on their side, they won't be paying us close attention.
You're making an awfully big assumption that I'm on your side.
Ooh, that's a good point.
What makes you think I won't turn you in the second you walk out that door?
A soldier's record tells a lot about a person. Not just what he's done, but how he's done it, and why. You're a patriot. You believe as I do that when we put on this uniform, we took a solemn vow to protect Earth against threats from outside and from within.
Mm-hmm. Foreign and domestic.
It's a difficult decision. You risk losing your entire career if you say yes. Worse still, now that you've had a chance to evaluate your staff, you have to decide if you can trust them enough to bring them in on this, knowing that you're putting them in equal jeopardy.
Oh, I remember
Not much reward for being trustworthy, is it?
But it's time we stopped reacting and started acting. Now, in 20 minutes, I'm getting on a ship and heading for Earth. I'll try to feed you as much information as I can, when I can. Your cooperation is essential if we're going to take back our government.
It's that soundtrack, that little swell right there.
I need your answer.
Real subtle, but right there.
I need it now.
I love that we don't get to hear what his answer was. I remember that drove me just nuts the first time around.
Ever since the death of President Santiago, something unpleasant's been going on back home. You know it, and I know it. But we have to do something, or risk losing everything we hold dear. Now, we'll get some help from inside Earthdome, but the bottom line, if anything goes wrong, we're on our own. Anybody wants to leave now before you hear anything you'll have?
This is entirely setting us up for the breakaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this is the moment they're deciding that if it comes to it, they break away.
Exactly.
And do their own. This is it.
This paves the road for the next two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Have to report. Do so. Nothing will be said.
I'm in. Ditto.
Hey, I never did know when to butt out. We're with you, Captain. Wherever this goes, however it ends, we're with you.
And I like how they delineate being loyal to Earth and being loyal to Clark, right? That starts in a real way here also.
Yeah.
So we just got done, Brent, watching All Alone in the Night, and there's a thing that came up in our Council Chambers chat we have to interrogate right now.
Yeah.
We all know that Keffer, after he died in a shadow attack, actually, I think it was well before he died in a shadow attack, but I'm wanting to tell this fun story, that he was reincarnated as a young teenager who lived on Elm Street and was stuck in this horrible nightmare in what is arguably, I won't say the worst of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but I'll say the most different. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Ramirez was in the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's right.
Alongside Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy from Grey 17.
Exactly. Then we get Robert Englund in the end to complete the... It's a Keffer sandwich with Nightmare on Elm Street 1 guy and Freddy himself on either side. Keffer just...
Babylon 5 is a Nightmare on Elm Street sandwich. Oh my gosh.
A Keffer sandwich. Oh, man. No, that's incredible to me. And as soon as they said that, I'm like, I can see him in the movie. I totally remember him. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Two things I want to bring up from my perspective on this episode.
All right.
One, it just came up, Ron, in the chat. I hated Franklin for following along on the first time around. I hated Franklin for everything. He was great in this episode. Like I said it during the thing. His reaction to Ramirez in the thing was because it was a total conflict of interest, but it's not like there's a whole bunch of other options there to take care of somebody in an emergency.
Right.
And he was great. Second, you said, I thought Haig's going to go bad at some point. There's no indication of that. 100% it's because he's a bad guy in everything else he plays. That's it.
Yeah.
This was, I really dug this one. What anything you want to hit on from this watch through?
I just want to reiterate what we said. What a fan-freaking-tastic episode. Yeah. Now, I posited a theory last time that we loved this episode so much, not just because of its own merits, but because it's also coming on the heels of Gropos. And we really did not like Gropos the first time around.
Okay.
You and I liked Gropos a lot better last week than we did the first time around.
We did.
But I will say this episode still holds up so well. Such a great episode all the way around. Sheridan being a plant. Okay, we knew. Now, here's the thing. I think being a plant is a different... I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal this time around. Because we knew that Santiago had planned and handpicked Sheridan to be the person should Sinclair ever need to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, his plan went into effect, even though Santiago was no more.
Yeah.
But to sit there and say his whole job was to come in and suss out where people's loyalties are.
Yeah.
And this was part of his job the entire time.
There's a whole deep layer that's uncomfortable.
Now, it's hard for me to say that this has absolutely no bearing on the future because they don't come back to this at all. They don't really come back to this at all.
Not like obvious, not like upfront, but I think it underpins so much.
Yes. The idea that Sheridan has taken some time. He's taken 11 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever this has been.
6 months.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
He's vetted these people for himself. And he says, I can trust these people. And if they say they're with me, then they're with me.
Mm-hmm.
To now have, I said last time, this is my crew. This is Sheridan's crew.
Ooh, yeah.
And he's got them.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sheridan's crew. So even though I don't love this whole idea that he's been doing something from the beginning as a plant, I will say I do think it's much more earned than we gave it credit for the first time around. And I think possibly using the phrase plant is a bit too strong for what Sheridan's actually doing, you know? And we've really seen it the whole time. Like, we've known this is what's up.
Yeah.
The show has played fair with us. I will say that.
I agree. It's interesting. You know, I agree with the plant being a strong word, because I think what happens a lot of times is people are put into leadership roles and they're given jobs to do that just no one else. Hey, this is between you and me. I need you to do this and do that. And also do this and make sure you're reporting that direct to me for these reasons. Or, you know what I mean? Like this isn't totally out of left field. I think this is actually a very, I don't want to say standard thing, but it's not an uncommon thing at all. It just feels really big because we know where this is going and what a huge flag planting this is. And like you said, from here, you either get blowed up or you secede from the Earth Alliance. Those are the only options moving forward.
Yeah. Nia says over in the chat, this was Sheridan's secret mission, which if you don't understand that joke, go back and watch our For the First Time.
Yeah.
Particularly, I'm going to say early season 4.
Ish, right in
this
there.
First couple episodes of season 4. Jeff and I, well, Brent specifically, but Jeff and I were having a bit of a secret mission lookout.
We had questions. That's all.
Yeah.
About messages, Brent.
Honestly, Jeff, I was so into the stuff of this episode, what this, like, where this episode's tying into the entirety of the series and where we're going. That's where my brain was at this whole time. I didn't even think to look for messages. So I fail in my job yet again. Yeah, because I was like, breaking down the vision and doing all those other pieces. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that I have any. I mean, I'm sure I could sit here and think about it, but I wasn't thinking about it as we went through.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeff? What do you have?
I have a feeling that we talked about this in the first time viewing, but Sheridan and Talon, right? Mm-hmm. Talon was trying to kill him straight up. And we knew pretty early on that he was out of control. And Sheridan beat him up pretty good, but like they sat there and they talked. They found common ground. Together they were able to escape. And what we now know is this puts Talon on a path where he ends up arm in arm with G'Kar, changing Narn society. He ends up the Narn ambassador on Babylon. Like, it puts him on a path, and it's really because in what could have ended like Sheridan and the Drazi ended a little bit differently, and there was communication and respect that happened. That's what I got out of this one.
Well, Jeff, messages being what they are, and we could certainly pull a bunch more out if we really just sat here and tried to go for it. But things we don't have to just pull a bunch out of, things we don't have to go for is something that is objective, not subjective at all. That would be our 100% completely accurate definitive ranking of season 2, Babylon 5, for the second time, because the first time, honestly, is just a different watch. It's a different set of criteria, a different category. This is an all new one. Jeff, I'm curious, you get to place it this week. Where does All Alone in the Night land? Our current top 5. Gropos sneaks into the top 5 out of last week. My gut feeling is it'll be the only week it finds itself in the top 5. Number 4 is A Race Through Dark Places. 3 is Geometry of Shadows. 2 is Soulmates. And 1 is The Coming of Shadows. Jeff, first of all, where did this land in our first original viewing? And where are you placing it now? If you want to flip-flop the order that you're going to do those, please feel free.
Well, I'll say where it was. It was the first time around. It ended in position number 6 on the season for us the first time around. Just under The Fall of Night and just above Divided Loyalties.
Okay.
This time, though, we've had a number of episodes that have come out here recently where we're like, this is why we're watching this for the second time. Now, this episode, there's definitely different color and shading on it because it's the second time watch, but it doesn't change the episode for us like it has for other ones. So you're right, Gropos will be leaving the top 5 this week, but the question is where it's going to land. And Heath had very, very high thoughts of it the first time around. I think that now, understanding that vision more, I actually think less of it. It's such a meta analysis of the series. It's more like, hey, look at this cool stuff I'm going to do as I write this. Not necessarily like, I don't think that you could, as a reasonable viewer, track the things in that dream to where they land. Necessarily, like you have to have the rear view mirror of having and the view of having created it. And I think we really, really put a lot of merit into that vision the first time around. So, Brent, this is going to land at number 5, just below A Race Through Dark Places this time around by Gropos. Grapas, never grapas.
All right. Well, there it is. Number 5 in the ranking with just 11 episodes on the thing. Jeff, we've got what, like 13 more episodes?
I know. Something like that. Yeah.
Wow. I'm interested to see. I'm really interested. I think I might have placed this one a slot or 2 higher than you did.
Yeah.
Than you did. Yeah, but it's not my week. It's your week. You're the one who places it, not me, and that's okay. Jeff, that's going to do it for us this week on All Alone in the Night. This one is in the books for the second watch. We get to say goodbye to our man Haig because we're never going to see him again
at all. He gets mentioned though, which I appreciate.
Yeah, they tried to get him back, but somebody got the scheduling. There's another space show happening at the same time, and they took priority for him. I guess their paycheck might have been a little bigger or something. Not really sure. Jeff, we got a brand new episode on deck next week. Not brand new, you know what I mean. Acts of Sacrifice coming back around for the second watch. Jeff, do you remember what you predicted this episode was going to be about?
Man, I do. And this just hits so many drums that we just beat to literal death on our first time viewing. I thought that Acts of Sacrifice was going to be the beginning of the end of the Narn Centauri War. That Londo would do something secret behind the scenes to kind of bring about the end. And that this would be the beginning of the redemption of Londo Mollari.
The redemption of Londo Mollari.
It's one of my favorite memes that people made of you.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's good. What did you predict?
I said that we were going to get the other side of the conversation that ended the episode with Sheridan and the other crew. We're going to find out what they were going to do. And we were also going to find out what the cost was to Lanier to stay with Delenn. I also said these shows never pick up right where they leave off. So we're probably not going to get that at all, but we should, because I really need to know what the rest of that conversation was. I feel like that would be a great fan film.
Oh, yeah.
Just pick up right where Sheridan leaves off. And now you have, your janky casting of not really great actors. And you just carry on the rest of that conversation. All right. So here's the plan. We're going to break away from Earth when this happens.
That'd be fun. Brent, I left a dangling thread, and you know how we feel about those dangling threads. I kept talking about this thing between Delenn and Lanier that I was going to bring up.
You did.
And I didn't do it. So in that scene, it was building up, and I thought there might have been one that capped it off, but it was at the end when they're on that Minbari vessel, and he's like, I'm going to follow you no matter what.
Okay.
JMS said that as he was pledging himself to Delenn was the moment that he fell in love with her. And while writing it, he thought to himself, JMS did, oh, this could go really badly for him.
He didn't know where it was going to go just yet.
Nope.
But it wasn't going to be great.
It wasn't going to be fun. So with that, no dangling threads here on Babylon 5 for the second time. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening to us. This has been great. Enjoy watching these with all of you. We'll be here again next week. You don't want to miss it. So make sure that wherever you're watching or listening, you subscribe. If there's that opportunity to hit a bell or get notifications, do that. Leave a comment, leave a rating, a review, hit the stars, do all those things. Please share this show. Let's continue to grow this great community and get other people to join us on our second watch through of Babylon 5 for the second time. So with that, I'm going to wrap up. I'm just going to get out of here and thank you all for being here. And Brent, aren't you supposed to cut me off?
What?
This is the thing we do, right? Like every week, say goodbye. You cut me off,
dude. I'm so, I honestly, I was just so caught up in thinking about your ranking and everything you were just saying about Delenn and Lanier and all that. I completely forgot to do the wrap up portion of this. I failed again twice. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, totally. Totally not the first time that you.
I got it. You ready? Hey, Jess,
stroking H, man.
I mean, we're not some deep space franchise. This station is about something.